So this first event here this morning is our speed class Table C event. We have a course built by John Valance at a height of 1.20 meters. We have 16 riders coming in. Most of the riders here today will actually have 2 horses that they will do one class on either horse. Chris Chugg posting a lovely round to date. Remember, in a Table C class, of course, we have penalties added if there's any either refusal or rails dislodged. And Chris Chugg posting a lovely round there. 7:004 is the time. 7:004 for Chris Chugg and PSS Levelinsky. So Gabby Cooner comes out into the arena now, representing Gen Y. Number 2 in the draw, Gabby riding the beautiful mare by the name of Flair. Gabby is riding on the Appliances Online Gen Y team. Appliances Online being a wonderful sponsor for this team, representing the online phenomenon and how the world has changed in the last few years. Oh, we've just had a slip. We've just had a slip from Gabby Cooner and Flair when they landed there. All looks okay. Just a little bit slippery there on the grass for Flair and Gabby, but all looks a-okay, and perhaps they can be their drop score because, of course, we have 4 riders and 4 horses competing in either class, and we'll be taking the 3 best scores. Leaving absolutely no room for error for the next 3 riders to come on the black team for Gen Y. We now welcome out into the arena number 3 in the draw, Brooke Campbell, and Brooke rides Burunda Harvey. Brooke rides for our Gen X team, representing Smeg Appliances, all about sophistication and style. We are very pleased to have Smeg Appliances on board as a sponsor. Burunda Harvey, this beautiful young stallion, normally ridden by Todd Hine. Todd has taken on team manager here today. And Brooke Campbell turning for home on Burunda Harvey. Just a few fences left to go in our Table C speed event. approaches the final fence and is all clear in a time of 1:03.42. Book Campbell and Barunda Harvey. Well, we now welcome out into the arena our next combination. Riding for the red team, we have number 4 in the draw, Eliana Derry, riding Yolambi's Carmen. These are the young guns. They wear red because they think it makes them go faster. Riding for the Chichester group, the future of show jumping, aptly named for these young guns being the future of our sport. Oh, a little spook at the first fence for Eliana Derry and Yolambi's Carmen. The Chichester Group is an exciting new non-for-profit organisation founded by the Winning family with the aim to promote and improve and develop the wonderful sport of show jumping here in Australia, which they are actively doing by running wonderful events like this, collaborations with other equestrian sports, and of course their wonderful showcase of show jumping shows held here in Western Sydney. $86.57 is the time for Eliana Derry. Yolambi's Carmen, $86.57 is the time. And the one rail down adds the 4 penalties for Eliana. And great ride there by our very first Chichester group, Gen Z rider in red. We now welcome out into the arena number 5 in the draw, our second rider on the Navy team representing the Baby Boomers. We have Andrew Inglis, Andrew riding Black Marlin. Andrew Inglis has been a very well-known rider and coach for many years in the sport of show jumping. He rides Black Marlin. This lovely horse, known as Billy to his friends, is an Irish sport horse and was actually the winner of the bronze final of the 2016 Showcase of Show Jumping. Organisers who have put this show jumping exhibition on for us today. Andrew Inglis, a very quick round here so far on Black Marlin. Getting the inside turn in front of 5 over the water tray. Turns for the final line. And there we go, clear over 12, 7.838 is the time. Andrew Inglis, Black Marlin, 78.38 is the time. The Baby Boomers are doing very well, showing their experience here in the sport today. Chris Chugg and PSS Levelinski, first out and first on the leaderboard at this stage in the competition. Well, we now welcome out number 6 in the draw, Will Matthew, and Will rides Alpha Crew. Will's riding the blue team. So we've got Will Matthew on course, riding on the blue team for Appliances Online. Appliances Online supporting our Gen Y team, representing the online phenomenon, which this generation have enjoyed. Certainly making communication very different to what it used to be with Snapchat, Instagram, WhatsApp, Skype, all of these online phenomenons which they can now communicate. I was actually here at the polo yesterday, and we had one of our polo commentators, Glenn Gilmore, explaining he's got 16 different ways to communicate online with his kids. He absolutely loves it, but certainly very different to our other generations here competing today. Coming up to our final fence for Will Matthew and Alpha Crew on the blue team for Gen Y. 76.84 is the time. 76.84. All clear, no penalty seconds to be added for Will Matthew and Alpha Crew. We'd just like to welcome all of those tuning in at home on our live stream and through Facebook. We hope you're enjoying the wonderful Generations Show Jumping Challenge here at the Showcase of Show Jumping event hosted at the 2017 World Polo Championships. We're having a beautiful day here at Sydney Polo Club in Richmond. We now welcome out our next combination, number 7 in the draw, David Cameron. David Cameron riding for the black team on Green Grove Rebel. Black team represented and supported by Sneg Appliances, technology with style. And they're certainly stylish, representing our Gen X for their sophistication and style. Riding Green Grove Rebel in our Table C speed event here today. Any rails or refusals will be added as penalty seconds. And the time to beat is Chris Chugg out in front on PSS Levelinsky. 7004 is the time to beat. Safely over the last there for Dave Cameron and Green Grove Rebel. We have a new leader. 66.51 is the time. 66.51. New leader. So with his 3 seconds to be added there for David Cameron, 69.51 is the time. We now welcome out riding for the red team, our Chichester Group Gen Z. We welcome Amelia Douglas and NZ Fireball onto the arena. Amelia Douglas, living and working as a working student at Chatham Park in Sydney with George Sanna, has got to be one of the most improved young riders in the country at the moment. She's come such a long way, and she's had so much success here this year on her team of horses. We'll also see another one of her beautiful chestnut horses to come in the next class. Here she's seen riding NZ Fireball. All clear to date There we go. 71.81 is the time for Amelia Douglas and NZ Fireball. 71.81 is the time. Putting her into 4th place at this stage in the competition. We now welcome out our next rider on the Baby Boomers team in black. Representing Winning Appliances, we thank Winning Appliances for their sponsorship. Over 100 years of trading. We have each of our sponsors matched with the correct generation. And Chrissy Harris riding for the Baby Boomers is riding her beautiful horse by the name of HSP Manu. HSP Manu is a warm blood mare by Gymnastic Star out of a monopole mare, and she was purchased over the phone sight unseen after drinking too many bottles of red wine with Paula Hamoud at the 2015 showcase of Showjumping. So there we go. That's how HSP Manu was purchased, and a great story there for Chrissy Harris. Minnie has just started jumping 1.20 metre and is placed in 5 out of her 6 starts. So a young horse up and coming through the grades of show jumping. It's wonderful to have opportunities like this to have horses out and about and getting more experience. And Chrissy Harris turns for home, comes down to our final fence. All clear and a great time there. 75.74 is the time. 75.74 for Chrissy Harris and HSP Manu. Well, we now welcome out into the arena. Now welcome out number 10 in the draw, riding Oaks Donatello is Talara Barwick, riding for the blue team for Appliances Online. Talara is riding this beautiful horse, Oaks Donatello, actually owned by one of Talara's students, Isabel Guinness. I hope, Izzy, you're tuning in at home or from school, wherever you are, as Talara enjoys a beautiful day here at Sydney Polo Club. This lovely horse is known by his friends as Donny, bred by Oak Sport Horses in Camden by Alice Cameron. Talara Barwick is a very accomplished eventing and show jumping rider. She's competed right up to the top of her sport in both eventing and show jumping. Not a mean feat that many could follow, and it's wonderful to have Talara here taking some time out of her full-time riding and training equestrian business to spend the day with us here today at Sydney Polo Club. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. 78.4 is the time. 70.84. Not even 1 second behind the leader. 0.8 of a second behind. We now put Talara Barwick into 4th place. So we now welcome out our next rider, riding for the black team. We have Leon Carroll. Leon Carroll riding for the black team for Smeg Appliances. This is Generation X. Leon Carroll, originally from Western Australia, moved over to the east coast of New South Wales last year. We welcome him riding his big chestnut mare by the name of Mia Catalina. Mia Catalina is a warm-blood mare, an 8-year-old, purchased 2 years ago in Perth by Leon before he made the move over to the east coast of New South Wales. He's a school teacher by trade in the field of biology, which is pretty interesting. And he loves his sports. $81.46 is the total there for Leon Carroll. $78.46 was the time, with some penalty seconds to be added. $81.46. We now welcome out a next combination, Sophie Smith, riding for the red team. Sophie rides Palm Beach, relatively new horse for Sophie that she had recently purchased from Perth. So we've just seen a Western Australian rider. Now we welcome out a Western Australian horse, Palm Beach, under the very talented eye of Sophie Smith. And Sophie rides Palm Beach here on the main arena. Sophie is a very busy young lady. She's also behind the Instagram of her famous dog, Colin Smith the Corgi, and she's made a special request that we have a shout out. Anyone watching at home and wants to add Colin, you can add him on Instagram as Colin_Smith_ the Corgi, and he's certainly become a horse show sensation. Keeps Sophie very busy with all of his media commitments. She's seen an open distance to the water. This is a really nice round. She's turning for home, opens up Palm Beach safely over the last, finishes her round there. 72.91 is the time. And a great round there for our Gen Z Chichester group for Sophie Smith. I think her team manager, Jock Rice Ward, will be pretty happy with that. 75.91 is the total there for Sophie Smith and Palm Beach, with her 3 penalty seconds to be added. So we're adding the 3 penalty seconds rather than the 4. Now welcome out the final baby boomer rider. We welcome out Alison Rowland. Alison rides Oaks Visionary, riding for the black team. Our baby boomers are our most experienced or senior riders. We thank Tony Norman, who's their team manager here today. And Alison's also recently moved over from Western Australia, and now based at Oaks Sport Horses in Camden, just on the outskirts of Sydney. This beautiful horse, Oaks Visionary, bred in fact by Alice Cameron at Oaks Sport Horses. So warm blood bay mare by Vivant, out of a mare by the name of Legend. a great round there. 7:049 is the time for Alison Rowland and Oaks Visionary. Baby Boomers will be happy with that. We hear a team member, Chrissy Harris, have a cheer. Have a cheer behind us. So it's a great team spirit event here today. It's all around the generations and ages of our riders. They're teamed together with a matching rider from their age group. And everyone's having an absolute ball here at the Sydney Polo Club for the 2017 World Polo Championships. This wonderful show jumping display has been put together by the Showcase of Show Jumping team. And we would like to welcome out now for our 14th rider to go, James Arkins riding Eurostar. James riding for the blue team, Gen Y. This is our Appliances Online team, the online phenomenon. We welcome out. James has this beautiful young stallion, in fact, on the service market. If you're looking for a new stallion to breed with, this has been a stallion that's certainly caught a lot of attention at various shows. By Chaco Blue out of the Giordano mare. Imported from Germany and produced by James from a 3-year-old. This beautiful horse won Champion of Champions at the 2016 Summer Classic and won the Nambour Futurity just over the winter. Here we go, James Arkins, not wasting any time, coming down to the final fence and finishes there 67.38, a wonderful time. So we add the 3 seconds to be added, so that's a total of 69.38 for James Arkins and Eurostar. We now welcome out our final rider. For the black team. Amanda Madigan. Amanda rides for the black team, our Smeg Appliances Gen X team. And Amanda is riding Versailles. Amanda basing herself at Diamond B Stud here in Sydney. And this wonderful team is being managed by Helen Chug for the day. We thank Helen for coming along and being our team manager to keep all the riders at bay. A very tight, neat round here by Amanda Madigan and Versailles. This is a beautiful warm blood gelding by Vivant out of the Diamond B Barbie. Comes down to the final fence and a great round there by Amanda Madigan and Versailles. 75.94 is the time. 75.94. Is the time for Amanda Madigan and Versailles. We now welcome out into the arena Jamie Priestley riding Courage. Jamie Priestley, our final rider for the red team, our Gen Z Chichester Group team. She rides a beautiful gelding by the name of Courage. Imported from Holland as a 4-year-old and produced by the Priestley family up to mini pre-level. Jamie Priestley riding for the Gen Z team. This is the future of show jumping, and that's why we've got it supported by the Chichester Group. non-profit organisation here to promote and develop the sport of show jumping here in Australia. We thank the Chichester Group for their support. Jamie's got on her bio here that she loves shopping and travelling. Well, that's two things that I think anyone would enjoy doing outside show jumping. She's had a wonderful time the past 12 months producing her team of horses right up to Grand Prix level. She actually had her first major win at Grand Prix level earlier this year when she won the Bega Cup on her horse KS Optimus. Here today she's riding Courage, turning for the final fence. She's not mucking around, she comes down. We hear the cheer from the outside of the warm-up arena. 7031 is the time, 7031. That's going to be a great time for the leaderboard. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll have the official results for you in just a few moments' time. And we'll have the winning team interview very shortly. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen at home. Thank you for tuning in on our live stream. And we're very excited to have you tuning in. You can have a look around the grounds there on the high camera and see the wonderful grounds we are jumping on here today at the Sydney Polo Club for the 2017 World Polo Championships. This is the Generation Show Jumping Challenge brought to you by the Showcase of Show Jumping team. We'll be having a mounted presentation very shortly. So ladies and gentlemen, the official results of the Table C speed event, our first show jumping class for the day. We congratulate our winners, the Baby Boomers, on 216 penalty points. In second place goes to Gen Z, our Young Guns, the red team. In third place, we have the Gen Y Appliances Online team. And in fourth place, we have the Gen X, the Sneg Appliances team. So we'll have a mounted presentation for you shortly. So ladies and gentlemen, we will have a presentation for you and for the winning team, and we'll be interviewing them right here in the main arena for you at home, so we can have a chat to our generation. The winners here today for our class number 1, the winning appliances, Baby Boomers, and our riders there are Chris Chugg, Alison Rowland, Andrew Inglis, Chrissy Harris, and the team managed today by Tony Norman. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in at home in our live stream today. We have our winning team, the Baby Boomers, here today, represented by Winning Appliances. We thank our riders for participating. And we've got our first rider out today here next to me, Chris Chugg. What was it like coming out first, Chris? Was it a bit of fun?
It was. We weren't sure. The ground was fantastic, so it was good for turning. And I brought a young horse, so 6-year-old, so I took the inside lines. It was very nice to be able to be a little competitive. And the other team members, they all put their 2 bobs worth in, and we won. We beat the juniors, we beat the mediums, so we're happy.
There we go. That's great. Well, congratulations. You really kept your cool and you led the class for a number of riders in terms of your individual time. Now we have Chrissy Harris here as well with us, ladies and gentlemen. Chrissy, do you think that it was a bit of the Baby Boomers experience that helped you guys through and get the win today?
Thanks, Steph. Yes, definitely the Baby Boomers experience. And I can tell you, being back at the tents and watching everybody, they're all madly scoring. And our team manager was too blind to see the scoreboard and too deaf to hear it. So we had no idea what the scores were doing. We just kept riding well.
There we go. So all the teams have a matching team manager here today, and you guys were lucky to have Tony Norman as your team manager. So what was the, I might go to Andrew now, what was the atmosphere like out there in the warm-up arena and with the team manager? What's the feel like?
Well, everyone knows each other, so it's fairly pleasant, but they're all trying to warm themselves up and do their sneaky little tricks and get one up on us. But fortunately, we held it together and beat them at the post.
There we go. So we'll cross now to our final rider, Alison Rowland. Now, Alison, you've just recently moved, or recently enough, to the east coast of New South Wales to come and join us. What's it like to be now part of our family and riding in our Generations event here today?
I think the idea of the event today is great. It's good fun riding in teams, and it's nice to be on this side of the country and not have to cross the Nullarbor.
That's exactly right. Well, guys, well done on your win today. This is the Baby Boomers team. We'll be crossing back to you after our next event with our winning team. Thanks for tuning in, and congratulations to our winning riders.